Welcome to Breathe. Just you, the breath, and the breakthrough. I'm your host, Farron Winter. If you are returning to this space, welcome back to your center. If you are new here, I'm so glad that you found me. This is your sanctuary, a place to put down the external noise, arrive in your body, and remember what it feels like to simply exist. Today, we are unpacking a heavy, quiet weight that so many of us carry without even realizing it. We are talking about the sheer pressure of the growth mindset. We live in a world that is completely obsessed with self-optimization. From the moment we wake up, we are bombarded with messages telling us to upgrade our routines, maximize our potential, and turn every single lived experience, every heartbreak, and every personal wound into a lesson for our personal evolution. We've been conditioned to believe that if we aren't constantly ascending, healing, or fixing to become a better version of ourselves, that we are somehow falling behind. But if we are honest, it is deeply exhausting. When did self-care become a second job? When did healing turn into another checklist of things we have to get right? When we treat ourselves like continuous, never-ending renovation projects, our bodies never actually get to come home. The relentless pursuit of the next breakthrough keeps us trapped in a state of high-functioning hyper-vigilance. It is a subtle, invisible form of doing that masquerades as wellness, but feels an awful lot like survival. When we are stuck in this constant cycle of trying to improve, our bodies carry the bill. The nervous system perceives the constant pressure of, I need to be better, as a signal that who we are right now isn't safe or isn't enough. We hold that tension physically in a gripped, tightly held belly, a clenched jaw, or rigid, shallow breath. We end up bracing for a future version of ourselves instead of just living in the body that we have today. Today's practice is an antidote to that constant striving. We are shifting the goalpost from growth to integration. Growth asks, what's next? Integration asks, can I hold space for what is already here? To step out of this achievement mindset, we're going to use a practice called the spacious suspension breath. We aren't going to count. We aren't going to manipulate the air. Instead, we are simply going to bring awareness to the tiny, natural pauses that already exist in your breath. The quiet moment of suspension at the top of your inhalation and the empty stillness at the very bottom of your exhalation. We aren't creating these pauses. We are simply learning to rest inside of them. As we breathe today, we will anchor our minds with a simple, repeatable whisper mantra. Nothing to fix, nothing to finish. Repeat it with me. Nothing to fix, nothing to finish. One more time. Nothing to fix, nothing to finish. Every time your mind tries to turn this session into a task to get right, we will return to those words. Before we go deeper, a note of care. This session is designed to be deeply expansive and meditative. If you are currently driving or operating machinery, please stay alert to your surroundings. Keep your eyes open and save the deep internal work for when you can safely close your eyes and settle in. Your safety is the first step towards your peace. With that foundation of safety in place, let's begin to soften the edges of our awareness. Find a position that honors your body exactly as it is in this moment. Whether you are lying flat on the earth, supported by blocks or blankets, or simply sitting tall with a soft, yielding spine. If it feels safe, allow your eyes to heavy, or simply drop your gaze to a single point on the floor. Take a deep breath in here and softly sigh it out through your mouth as you settle in. Let go of any need to manage your thoughts. Drop the desire to evaluate how well you are doing this. Just witness the natural rhythm of your breath as it flows in and out. Without changing anything, just notice the path of your inhale. Follow it all the way to the top. And right there, before the breath turns to leave, notice the tiny pocket of stillness you have found. A brief moment where you are completely full, yet completely at rest. Now, let that breath fall away naturally. Follow it all the way to the empty bottom, and notice the pause before the next breath arrives. Let's begin to gently lean into those spaces. Take a soft, full breath in through your nose. Let it arrive at the top and just hover there for a heartbeat or two. Don't grip or freeze your throat. Just float in the fullness. Nothing to fix, nothing to finish. Now, open your mouth. Let the breath sigh out softly. Let it empty completely. And just pause at the bottom, resting in the empty space. Nothing to fix, nothing to finish. Inhale, filling the body without striving. Hover at the top. Nothing to fix. Exhale, letting the air drop out. Pause at the bottom. Nothing to finish. One more time, inhale, filling the body. Pause, nothing to fix. Exhale, letting the air empty completely. Pause, nothing to finish. Feel how effortless it is to float between the breaths. You do not have to work for the stillness. It is already there, waiting for you in the transitions. You are not a project to be completed. You are a living, breathing being who is allowed to just stay still, hovering in the fullness, resting in the emptiness. Nothing to fix, nothing to finish. Take 3 more cycles of this suspension breath at your own pace, simply lingering in the quiet spaces between the breath. On your next exhale, let the pattern dissolve entirely. Let the breath take over its own rhythm completely. Let your body sink just a little bit deeper into the support beneath you. Enter the stillness. No goals, no milestones, no future version of you to chase. Just the quiet safety of existing exactly as you are right now. gently begin to bring your awareness back to the physical room. Feel the temperature of the air on your skin. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, moving slowly and with immense kindness. Give yourself permission not to rush into unpacking this experience into a neat lesson or a takeaway quote. You don't have to summarize this breakthrough. You just have to live it. As you step back into the flow of your day, remember that you are allowed to be a finished project, even just for one day. You are allowed to rest right in the middle of your story. What you are in this moment, at any moment you choose. You are enough. Your breath is enough. Your growth is enough. Right now, right here, just you. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to stay connected with the show. You can find all episodes, resources, and ways to support at farronwinter.com/links. This podcast remains completely ad-free, so this space can stay quiet, intentional, and uninterrupted. If you feel called, sharing this episode with someone who needs it helps more than you know. This is Breathe. Just you, the breath, and the breakthrough. I'm Farron Winter. Until our next breath together, may you drop the pressure to evolve and simply rest where you are. And I'll meet you in the stillness.